All right, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to The Garage Closes at 9. We have a special episode coming for you guys on the ninth episode of this podcast. So, obviously, you guys can see we got another special guest right now. And just to give a background of who this person is, he is a consensus second team All American back in 2023 while he was at UCLA. He was the Pac 12 Player of the Year in the same season. He is a two-time first-team All-Pac-12 member in 2022 and 2023. He was uh, he's a two-time Pac-12 All-Defensive Team member in 21 and 2022. His jersey is retired at our alma mater of Camarillo High School. He plays for the Miami Heat, but he's always going to be a member of the Garage Closes at 9. We got Jaime Jaquez Jr. How's it going, Jaime?
Hey man, happy to be here. Finally, finally able to make it on the pod. I know we talked about it for so long, and we made it out the group chat, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to start out just kind of talking to Jaime, have everyone get to know him if you don't already. And then we're going to get into some arguing like we used to do back in the day. But my first question for you, Jaime, is what was your experience back during COVID when we all used to work out? Because the three of us have talked about it. Daniel's been on the podcast and talked about it, but I'm sure everyone wants to know what your experience was with that.
Yeah, so I guess this idea, I know, I mean, I tune in all the time, try to show love and support. But for those of you who don't know, this was birthed in Andrew Wetter's garage. It was a time where we needed to be social distance, but somehow we came together through all the COVID tests and COVID negatives and found our way to still work out and be together. Um, Working out in his gym, it just brought us all super close. And we would obviously after, play beer die, do some meditation, push the car. And it all ended with heated debates. So it was always a good time. I brought my little brother with me every day. It was just real good time for all of us to be together in a time where we were all so apart. So I'm glad that we finally brought this idea to life, or you guys really took it on, and just really proud to be here with you guys.
Yes, sir, bro. I keep on dying, dude. Your camera keeps zooming in and out of that damn iPad.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's an iPad. I don't know how to change it. I ain't gonna lie, but it's
Hey,
always trying to get my good angles. That's what it's
hey,
here
man.
for.
Pat Riley can't get you no computer, nothing like that, man. Come on, dog.
They gave us an iPad, but I told them I got my own, so I like this one right here. I bought it in Oregon where there's no sales tax. So
Jeez.
Yeah.
So what do you guys got for Hawk? What do you guys got for him?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
what y'all
was
got for me, man? Where are we starting?
I was just talking to this dude. We obviously play video games and all that stuff all the time. I was just out there in Miami. So obviously there's no love lost between us. Jonah, you got anything to say to Big
Yeah,
Dog?
yeah, absolutely. Jaime, it's great to have you on. I've been dealing with these two Laker fans for the past couple of weeks, and it makes me sick. Every argument is just completely Laker biased, so it's good to have
Yeah.
another basketball mind on the pod. So welcome.
No, thank you, man. And I threw my Laker bias out the window as soon as I got
Had to.
drafted. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
You had to.
yeah. I'm
Speaking of being
neutral.
drafted, bro, like for somebody who's never gonna like experience like walking across the stage, hearing his name called, like what was that like? Like the whole experience of waking up that
Yeah.
morning to hearing your name.
I will say it was probably one of the longest days of my life. I got the call that I was going to be invited to the green room literally the day before the draft. So they had put me and my family on a flight that night, got into New York. It was super late, but I mean, I couldn't really sleep anyways. I was just so excited. Got to the hotel, had an early morning, doing pictures, doing interviews, meeting with the commissioner, just doing things all day. And then eventually led all the way up to the big night. I was sitting there with a bunch of the guys from my draft class, guys who I worked out with. It was just such a special moment, just to see all the hard work pay off. Then I guess I'll take you to, I was sitting there with my family at the table. I seen one of my boys get drafted right before, and then I saw the 18th Miami Heat, and I was just praying, crossing my fingers that they were going to pick me. And as I look up, I see the camera start surrounding the table, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go!" And then obviously, what the commissioner goes, the 18th pick, and then I walked up, I had shed some tears, and I was just filled with so much joy and a sense of accomplishment that all my hard work finally paid off. And then flew to Miami the next day. I don't know how I made it on the flight, but I did. And had a great press conference, met Coach Spo and Coach Riley. And yeah, the rest was history.
Yeah, man. Speaking of draft night, I know you remember getting drafted. After getting drafted, I don't know if you remember a whole lot about that. What was that like? I know. Didn't you meet Dami that night?
I did. I did. That was the
Wow.
night. That was the night that I met my current girlfriend. So yeah, I was going out. I had some of my friends who showed up. My old roommate Russ, who you guys all know. He was with me that night. Some of my other friends. We went out, had a night on the town in New York. Bumped into my girlfriend, who wasn't my girlfriend at the time. Bumped into her, and we just kind of hit it off. I was like, let's go get some pizza after. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to pizza because I didn't make it. She helped me back to my room, and then my agent actually got a number for me. I texted her the next day. I was like, "Hey, thanks so much for helping me out that night. Really needed it and appreciate you being there." She was like, "Of course." And then after that, 3 months of silence until I was back in Los Angeles. And it popped in my mind. I was like, hey, I remember this girl. Let's see if she wanted to go out with us. And after that, we went out, and the rest was really history. So that's a little story of how we met. Um, yeah, it was a fun time, good story. And New York always has a special place in my heart.
Shout out to Dami, dude.
Yeah, shout out to Dami. She's
Shout out
cooking
to
right
Justin
now.
too. Get her number two. Come
Yeah,
on,
shout out to
man.
Yeah,
Justin.
that's a clutch up by Justin.
Yeah, my brother was in the room when she took me there, and I wasn't able to make it. But my brother was like, "Who the hell is this?" And he's like, I don't know. I just met him." And yeah, she had no idea who I was or anything about anything, and I think that's what made it really fun. So
Yeah, man.
that's our little love story.
That's dope, man.
Not a bad one.
Speaking of Justin, man, a whole bunch of love goes out to Justin. If you guys don't know, that's Jaime's agent at CAA. Great dude. What has it been like, as far as basketball kind of turning from what you're good at, your hobby, compared to it now being your job and like the whole business world of it and stuff like that? Has your love changed for basketball since it's now your job? And like a majority of people in America, we don't all like our jobs. Yeah,
Yeah,
how's that been?
yeah, I'll say it's definitely different. I think going from high school to college, it's the love for basketball is it's so high, and you're playing with the guys that are surrounded by every single day, and you really create that bond and that brotherhood by just being around those guys every day. And it can I know for you guys in high school and college, or I guess for Jonah, you obviously know what it's like. um, it can be really fun. You guys are just surrounded by each other. You guys are going to class. You're doing all these things. It still feels like you're a kid, playing the game that you love. And then the moment you get to the NBA, it's almost like a shock. You're like, okay, this is something completely different. This is really a business. It's a job. My love for basketball hasn't changed. I think my perception for basketball has really changed. I think when you look at the NBA, it really is a business. You see guys getting traded left and right, out the blue. And you're like, I thought this team had so much love for this guy, and the next second they trade him. And I think part of that is why you look at the NBA and you see ratings, and I don't know how much of that is still around, but you see the ratings going down. I think part of that is due to the consumption of media, how people consume it, via like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. The clips is a big thing, but I also think it's because there's not a lot of loyalty left here in the NBA. It's all just try to get. You see it with the coaches, you see it with the players. Nobody just sticks it out and rides it through. And I think that's something that is really lost in the NBA. And I think if we see a resurgence in that, I think everybody's good. I mean, you look at a team like OKC, they've been through the dog days, and you're seeing them now blossom. And I think that's a really special, beautiful thing that we're seeing. But yeah, I guess it's just very different. It's very different. I know that's kind of a long tangent, but I think being able to see that the growth in teams is always special. Again, like Houston Rockets, another example. They had a lot of young guys, and obviously they had a short playoff run. But I mean, taking Golden State to 7 games is no easy thing to do. So I think it's cool you're seeing this resurgence of, you know, people taking chances and really riding with the guys and believing in them.
Yeah, Jaime, I got a two-part question for you. So
Got you.
obviously, we all worked out together during COVID. We had some heated conversations about every NBA player you could think of. So
Yeah.
when you get to the NBA, my first question, who is the player that when you look across, you see him warming up and it's like, oh, that's LeBron or that's Steph. Like, who's the number one player that kind of had you kind of your welcome to the NBA moment when you saw you're playing against him? And then give me some of the toughest individual players to guard.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess I'll start. I think LeBron is probably the most cliche, but it's also the most obvious answer. When you see him warming up and you're going face to face against him, it's really like a surreal moment because he's the guy that all of us have looked up to. He's been the face of the league ever since I've been alive. And to now play against him, that to me was one of the craziest moments of my career. Just being able to dap him up and the fact that he even like knew my name was even crazier to me. I think Steph is another one. Um, when I got to go play practice with the USA team, there was breakfast one morning, and I just went, sat right next to him, and we had a nice little breakfast, chatted for like 20, 30 minutes about golf and life. Um, and he's just such a down to earth, cool dude. And I think it shows you that all these guys who are in the NBA, they're all just regular guys. I mean, we're no different than you or the next guy walking down the street. Everyone likes the same things. We're all really interconnected more than we think. And then I guess the part two of your question, some of the toughest guards, I think DeMar DeRozan has to be one of the guys that really was my welcome to the NBA moment. Um, I think Jaylen Brown probably hit me with the move that was my welcome to the NBA moment. It was the quickest, nastiest move. It was probably, I want to say like our third, fourth game, my rookie year. I get thrown into the fire. I'm guarding Jaylen Brown, and he coming down on a fast break transition. And I forget what he did, like a stop at the baseline, and I like went for it, took off, dunked it. They went on like a 12-0 run to start the game or something like that. And I was like, oh wow, I'm here. TD Garden's going crazy. They're playing their music. What is it? Give it up for Boston or something like that. That was one of those moments. And then I think DeMar, he also hit like a tough go ahead bucket. It's funny because the play before, I went up to try to block it. I didn't foul him, but they called the foul. I was like, what the hell? And then the next possession, he comes back down. I do foul him. They didn't call it, and he hit the shot. And I'm like, it was like the go ahead bucket to win the game at the left elbow. And I was just like, no wonder this guy's played for 14 years. And that's another thing, too. You realize guys who are in the NBA for 10 plus years are really freaking good at basketball, man. They're just nasty, like really nasty at basketball. And so, yeah, it's one of those things you just realize, and you realize everybody's good. Nobody is bad.
Yeah, I love the Steph Curry love because if you haven't seen, just to catch you up, these two hate on Steph every day, and I'm just here
Stop
defending
it.
him. I
No.
love
You
Steph.
just like to
No, these two are some
you
Steph
just like
haters, Jaime.
stop
Stop
it.
it.
You just like to put him up against Kobe, and obviously we're gonna be biased towards that.
No, you disrespect him. Give him
Who
some
who
love.
who do you think is greater, Jaime, Kobe or Steph? We're putting you on the dial right now. Fuck
I
the
mean, I'm
boring
gonna have
stuff.
to.
We're getting right into it.
I'm gonna have to say Kobe Bryant. I am. I mean, that's the
I mean
guy that my
that's
favorite
not
player of all time.
disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful to Steph. I
Not
mean,
at all.
I think Steph really has changed the game um, more than anybody, probably. I think as far as like influence of straight
Fair.
gameplay, he's probably influenced more than any, team probably since like the Showtime Lakers when they were, running transition fast break every single time. No one's changed it like Steph. When it comes to just pure basketball play, but as far as like global impact, that's even a tough one too. I think Steph and Kobe are pretty comparable when it comes to worldwide global impact of the game. Um, that's a tough question. I don't think you can be wrong with either one. I know that's like a politically correct answer, but I think it's the truth.
Yeah, this
I
got his
really
media
do.
training done all right. Jesus
I've had
Christ, man.
I never had media training. I'm trained already. I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
Nah, man. But this dude, Jonah, bro, he's like, I don't know how much you've watched the last episodes, but like, This dude's acting like Kobe's like not top 10, bro. Like
You don't think Kobe's top 10, Jonah? You can't be
No,
serious.
dude, don't, Drew,
you
don't do
also
that.
said Larry
I love
Legend's
Kobe
not.
Bryant.
You also said
No,
Larry
no,
Bro,
I
Legend's not
was
oh,
top
see,
that,
10.
I was watching the Larry Legend one. The Larry Legend Kobe. That's come on, man.
thank you, Jaime. Bro, Vinny was okay. Vinny or Jaime answered.
Hold on, what are you talking about? What are you
Who-
talking about? We didn't
Yeah.
compare Larry and Kobe.
Me?
Who,
No,
who was comparing Larry and Kobe? Someone
no,
was.
I'm
No.
No,
saying
we were comparing.
Jonah was saying Larry wasn't even in the top 10. Like,
Bro,
Yes.
what I said is Steph is greater than Larry. Jaime, who you agree with, me or them? Steph or Larry? Who you picking? Come on now.
Well, okay. In terms of greatness, I think we have to define what we mean. Like in terms of like straight play, straight influence, straight.
Everything
What?
better,
Whatever your
player,
Steph.
definition is.
influence.
Your definition.
I think Steph. I think Steph overtakes Larry. I really do.
Bro, that's what I'm
oh
saying.
my
Thank you.
God.
We got some
I
basketball
think.
knowledge here
I
today.
think, bro. I mean, listen. This is no disrespect to Larry Legend. Big ups to Big 33, but I mean, I just think Steph, what he was able to do. I know the 3 MVPs. I get it, but I mean, back to back, first ever unanimous MVP. I mean, I think those are pretty comparable. You take the 4 rings, you take the greatest shooter of all time. Like, it's not even close. I
Thank
think you got
you.
to give it to Steph. I really do. I think you have to
The
give it.
only
I'm with you.
argument, the only
I'm not
argument I
always
have with
with you,
that.
Jonah. I'm not always with you, Jonah, but this one I'm with you on. I
Thank
think
you.
Steph.
Thank
So,
you.
so
Come
two
on
parts
now.
to that. Two parts to that.
What the heck?
Me and Drew's argument for the Larry was just that we talked about changing the game. When Magic and Larry came into the league, it was at a really down point, and they brought it to really what it is. I mean, I know that Steph evolutionized the game, but the way that Magic and Larry, I think, brought it in 1980, it really the popularity of the basketball completely changed with those
I
two.
agree. I agree. But that would be for nothing if it wasn't for Michael Jordan.
This man is
Like
preaching.
But
what they did, I appreciate, and that's great. But it would have been for nothing if Michael hadn't come. It would have been for nothing if Michael
So
hadn't came.
you're saying they crawled so Michael could walk, so everyone else could run.
Yes, for sure.
It's
That's
nice.
And that's where
so
I think,
man.
and that's where I think Steph, he just takes it to, he took it to a whole nother like you had obviously Magic and Bird, right? They took it to a great level. Then you had the Dream Team, brought MJ into the mix, right? Super global game, right? Then we were blessed with Kobe, then LeBron, maintaining that. And then I think Steph was just the complete outlier because you got a guy who's 6'3", shooting from anywhere in the gym. It was just something that no one had ever seen before. You know what I'm saying? So I think because of all those guys who went before him, and then for him to come after and still have the impact that he has, I think you just have to give the Steph over that. I agree with
All
Jonah.
right.
I really do.
Okay,
sounds
so part two.
No, hold on, Vinny. We're gonna clip that. I'm agreeing with Jonah.
yeah.
Let's
Hey,
go,
Vinny, you know
Come
what
on
this sounds
now.
like? It sounds like
Come
Jaime
on.
wants to invite for Steph to go golfing.
I
That's
mean,
what
I-
this sounds like.
Hey,
That's what
I
this
would
sounds
love
like.
that.
He's trying to get in the foursome with them on the tee times.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Wait.
If Steph, if you have a slot for me, man, I would love to play.
Wait, I got
All right.
2 more topics real quick, Vinny, to see if
Hold
Jaime's
on.
really rocking with me.
This is a follow up. I'm gonna follow up with that after. You can go real quick.
Okay, so Jaime, I
Yes.
just smoked Drew in our poll of who's winning 1-on-1.
Okay.
I don't even hold on, Drew. Hold on, Drew. And I personally don't even think it's close. I told you last pod, if we've played 100 times, I probably beat him like 85 times.
Oh wow,
Jaime,
wow, Wetter, you taking that disrespect?
Jaime, who you got 1-on-1? Me or Drew?
Hey, hold on. Let me make this clear too.
No, don't make nothing clear.
Out of the 30
1-on-1.
people that voted on our Instagram, I think 23 of them only followed
Bro,
Jonah.
that's
So
not
let's
true.
make that very clear, okay?
That's not true.
Make that very
Yes.
clear.
Yes.
Hey,
all right?
don't try and
And
influence him, Drew.
the 2 people who have done this vote on camera who know both of us and how we play both said me. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave the floor to Jaime.
No. You're not leading the question like that. It was his brother, and it was Vinny, and Vinny always hates on him. So go ahead, go ahead. Who you got?
Okay. All right. Since I know and I've seen both of y'all play pretty much all your lives, I'm gonna have to give it to Jonah. I really do.
Wow.
I really do.
Hey,
That's
honestly,
all. That's all great talk until we actually see it happen.
Hey,
So
Jordan.
he didn't win right now.
Listen. I hope you make
Come
me eat my
on.
words, Weather. But I think that should be one of y'all videos. Weather, Jonah, 1-on-1 at the
Oh,
park,
it
pitch
is.
ranch, run it
Oh,
back.
Let's
oh, it
go,
is.
baby. Come on,
I'll
Hey,
Drew.
show
on
up.
it.
I'll
Hey,
show up.
Honestly,
I can get Jesser, and we can do a little. We can put a little thing together, put a little money on the line.
yo,
Hold on.
let's go,
honestly, to
baby.
be honest,
One on one for some money. What's up?
I'm
Pitch
just
Ranch
gonna,
What's
Park.
up,
Pull
Drew?
up.
What's up?
yeah. What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up? Hey,
Y'all
I'm gonna
better
put
get
this out
training.
there.
We can make that work. Garage closes at 9. Come on.
Hey, I'm
Hey,
gonna
wait,
put
hold
this
on.
out there. Last time I went out to Miami, it's all making sense now why Jaime's choosing Jonah. We were smoking his ass in the shooting competitions,
Nah,
baby.
never,
Oh my
never,
God. I bet you the
never.
Heat somehow lost footage of that. I bet you won't be able to find that.
Nah, I'll tell you
Let's
this. I'll
go,
tell you
baby.
this. The truth of the matter is, we were playing. It was Wetter, and it was Russ, and it was me and Justin on the team. We were playing games to what was it? Games to who was it? It was games to
Like,
what? 11. Games to 11. We played first to best out of 3, and we smacked y'all. Me and Justin. I'm sorry, Justin. No
Talk to
disrespect.
him.
Little 5 foot nothing, Justin, locking that up. I remember what he was doing with his little right to left cross up and under right through you. Don't think I didn't
stop
forget,
it.
Get
bro.
out of here,
Stop
Drew.
it. Yeah.
Man.
Did you lose? Did Wetter lose?
Bro,
They
okay,
lost.
first,
They
bro,
lost.
we beat them the first game super. It wasn't even close.
Nah.
Let's
Don't do
get
that.
that. The second game, all of a sudden, Justin starts fouling everybody, and we kind of felt bad, so
See, bro.
we started picking on
Forget.
Jaime. We let him get
Nah.
one, whatever.
I
Never.
think the truth just came out, Drew.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Bro, Justin,
Sorry, we get Justin on
Yeah.
here. Justin will
Yeah,
vouch for me.
Justin was not busting nobody's butt, bro.
Justin was
Stop
busting
it,
y'all ass,
stop
man.
it.
Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely not.
I'll get Russ. I'll let him know too. Don't worry.
No,
We can run it back. Pitch
let's
Ranch
do
Park this
it.
summer.
Let's
I'm
do it.
coming back.
Hold on,
I'm coming back.
we got to get the Jonah and Drew 1-on-1 first. That's
Bro,
priority
we
number
just
one.
bro, he just said I'm cooking him. Come on now.
Yeah,
Yo,
well, let's see.
Over.
Let's run it. Yo,
I'll make a wager
so
with Jaime. He can have you. I'll take Drew, and we can make a wager.
Bro,
We can
trust. We're
let's
definitely
not
do
make a
losing,
one.
wager.
bro.
I
We're
want
not
to do a
losing.
shooting competition too between all of us. I'll
It don't
put as much
Drew.
money as you guys want. Let's go band for band.
Drew, you're getting
Band
third
for
place.
band. I gotta see a band first,
Drew,
Winter.
Let's go.
I
You'll
gotta see
see.
a band first before you put
Hey.
band for band.
You'll
I
see
gotta
three
see a
of
band
them.
first.
You'll see 3 of them, baby.
Hey, wait, Jaime, no disrespect. If all 3 of us did a shooting contest, I got me, then I got you, and then I got Drew. No disrespect.
Bro.
I think that is hella disrespect, but much love to you.
We're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
by the way, we talked about that last episode, and I said they were absolutely out of their mind. A
Yeah.
pro player is cooking you guys.
Bro, but it's
I'm sorry. I
shooting.
do this for a living. I do it for a
Bro,
living.
For a
I
living,
wish,
yeah. This
I
is
wish
his
you guys
job.
could have seen him shooting.
Game shots and practice shots are completely different, man. Completely different.
Okay, but Jaime, did I not beat you in horse last time? Remember that?
What are we in? We're in
Like,
seventh
well,
grade.
yeah. What was this? 8th grade? I don't remember.
No,
This is my high
no,
school.
Yeah.
no. It was.
I don't remember this.
it was
Yeah, when
When
Jaime was
this?
wearing a pacifier. Like,
Yeah, when
No,
was this? When I was
bro.
pulling that shit from fucking, I don't know when.
Like 2 summers ago, right after you got drafted at Pitts at the party at your house, we played horse and I beat you. Remember I was shooting those long mid ranges?
I don't actually.
Long mid-ranges.
Now that you actually bring that up, I actually don't remember that. Those long.
What?
I don't.
Those long mid ranges.
It must have blew my mind. I don't know. Went over my
okay.
head.
This,
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
here's
But
my
like
follow
I
up.
said, yeah, we could all run it back. I'm gonna be back soon.
Let's
Don't
run
worry,
it
y'all.
back.
Don't worry.
Let's do it.
All right, Jaime, here's my follow up because you were talking about you don't always agree with Jonah and whatnot.
Yeah.
When we were working out in the garage back during COVID, who had the wildest takes? That it was just like ball
Yeah.
knowledge. What are you talking about? Scratching your head. Who
No,
was it?
Jonah Cottrell for sure had the wildest, most outlandish takes. It had me thinking, how the hell is this guy a basketball coach? I was like, what in the hell is this guy talking about? But
Yes.
yeah, Jonah definitely. But I will say this. I did find myself to agree with him sometimes. Like when you guys are always like, no. So every once in a while he'll say something. I'm like, that's not that crazy, you know?
It's not that crazy.
That's how Jonah's know. Hey, it's not that crazy.
That's the standard. That's the
Yeah.
standard for
That's
Jonah.
not
It's
that
not
crazy.
that crazy.
Bro, because I have my own opinions. Vinny and Andrew just agree with everything, like standard opinions.
Drew
I
knows
think
ball,
outside the
dude.
box. I
Drew
think
knows
outside the
ball.
box.
That's why.
You don't even think. So you can't even think outside the box. You don't think. Stop
Outside
it.
the box.
Me and Drew
Yeah.
agree because me and Drew know ball. Great minds think alike. Come on.
Yeah, well, how the Lakers do? How'd your ball knowledge do?
Okay, James Harden
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
All right, James Harden fan.
First round exit in 5.
LOL.
Hey, my team's still in it, right? I'm a Pacers fan now, so Tyrese Halliburton. Yo, y'all, look, you guys know this too. I've been saying for the last 2 years, Tyrese Halliburton, bro, top 5 point guard in the league. The Pacers,
Drew, you
they're
had them losing in the first round. I saw
Thank
your
you, Vinny.
prediction. I was the only one that got it right. I was the only
Look,
one that got it right.
I'll pull up the receipts right now.
We gotta pull up the receipts
Check
right
the
now.
Instagram. Check the Instagram. You guys want to see the receipts? Hold on.
I gotta see the receipts. I gotta see where y'all had us, man.
You guys know
Really do.
Tyrese is my guy, bro. Tyrese is definitely my guy.
Shout out Tyrese, man. He's hooping.
You just overrate him, Drew.
Bro, not even, man.
Tyrese is a dog, bro.
Bro, first round, I had Indiana in 7. Y'all can't see it.
We
Indiana
got
in
it.
7.
Okay, I agree. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good, baby.
Don't apologize to him, Vinny. Stand on it.
Hey, I got them winning this next round too. Like I'm still on the same page as them. Indiana moving on to the conference finals as well.
Yeah, I want to know who's got the highest percentage of like calling these series right. I bet you it's not Jonah. I guarantee you it's not Jonah.
We'll get into it.
I know I got a better chance at it than you. I can't wait to kick that ass in 101. Anyways, what's the next topic?
Wait, one more real quick, Jaime. I need you on my side here.
Okay.
As you know, I've been a big Drake fan all my life. We've been number one the past 15 years. And now here Drew comes.
We've been number one 15 years.
And now here Drew comes because Kendrick has a hot song, Jumping on the Wave. And he's on Team Kendrick. So, Jaime, who you got? Drake or Kendrick? Drake or Kendrick?
Yeah, by the way, LA's listening, Jaime. LA's listening.
Yeah, we are listening. Who you got, Drake or Kendrick?
Okay, so who do I think won the beef when it comes to...
Hey, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendrick won. Like, he went to the Super Bowl and was playing Not Like Us in front of the whole entire world. Like, to me, the whole world. He won. But I think people who aren't real rap fans are the ones that think he won. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you really take it down, dissect all the raps and, go like bar for bar and everything, I think it gets dicey. I think it gets a little closer. But however, I got to stand with Kendrick, man. The West Coast representing. I love to see it. K-Dot, you the man. It's hard when you're a fan of both of them. It really is. But I was glad.
The roller coaster of emotions that was going through Jonah's face right there. When you start with Kendrick, he went back to Drake and back to Kendrick. If
I give a final answer, Kendrick won. But I don't think it was like he wiped the table with Drake, if that makes sense. Like, Family Matters, bro. That was one of the greatest diss songs, ever, bro. Just straight 7 minutes, music video. This the whole entire industry when they were coming for this set. I got a lot of respect for that. So I think Kendrick probably won, but I still got a lot of respect and love for Drake. I mean, at the end of the day. And I think he's probably still number one on everybody's playlist, like number one Spotify. Like, that's probably just the truth, like, because what I hated to see as well is, because I'm a real Kendrick, like, I love Kendrick. I love his music. When I see all these fake Kendrick fans coming out the woodworks talking about, oh, I love Kendrick. Oh, I love Kendrick. And I'm like, all right, this song? No. This song? No. Like, what? No, none of the albums. No, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Thank you. That's Drew right there.
So that's my answer. That's my answer.
You act like I hate Drake, bro. I agree with like everything he said. Like, I listen to Drake probably more than I do Kendrick. I know I do, actually.
Yeah.
But like, we're also from LA, bro. Like, what do you expect?
You gotta rep the West Coast, man.
And Drake might not even be the hottest in Canada right now. Who knows? That's
also to be debated.
Yeah.
What? By who? Who? Justin Bieber?
The Weeknd.
Abel. The dude who he was dissing.
Abel Tesfaye.
We smoked Weeknd on Family Matters. Got it here. What'd he say? Oh, I can't think of the line right now. What'd he say?
He called him a punk sissy from the north side.
Yeah, punk ass push from the north side. Yeah.
Yep.
But okay.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I appreciate Drake and Kendrick for giving us that beef, because man, I was staying up, watching every YouTube video, every song drop. I was like watching real time. like chills. It blew my mind. It really did.
Bro, that night.
Wait. Hold on, Drew. Hey, Jaime, don't forget, Drew's also number one guy is J. Cole, who ducked out of that battle, and Drew won't say nothing about it.
Nah, hey,
Bro,
J. Cole, I love you, bro, but that was crazy, man. I ain't
Thank
gonna
you.
lie, that was crazy.
Thank you.
The fact that you did drop out. I mean, did y'all hear his like answer, like his song, like after everything, the aftermath? I thought that was very good, but that it just went really with J. Cole. You know what I mean? And I love J. Cole. I
but
really do.
bro,
But I was sick when I was sick. I'm like, J. Cole, like, you were supposed to be that guy. You were supposed to come in and kill everybody.
But
He's
bro,
backed
he
off.
wasn't even like, bro, he don't got beef with none of them like that though. One,
And that's
he's
respect.
boys
That's
with
love.
Drake, and like K-Dot and Drake, they've been sneak
Nah,
dissing each other for years,
I
bro. Like
respect it,
it's
bro. I
like they got
respect
some
it.
hatred like in their voices
I
when they're talking to each
nah,
other. J. Cole's not like that. He's not that type of guy.
nah,
Like,
I know, but he was talking like he was that type of guy. Like,
Thank
I'll go at
you.
anyone of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And but the thing is, I appreciate his explanation. And I forget what was the song called.
Seven
The
minute drill.
Nah, I mean, it was 7 Minute Drill, but the one that he came out with after the beef. I forget what
Port,
it was called.
Port Antonio.
Yeah, Port
yeah,
Antonio.
yeah.
When he started talking about like, I would have, gained money, but I would have lost a bro or the blood splattered on my clothes. Like, that was bars. I was like, damn, it sound good. But I really wish he would have like engaged and, but I get it, man. It's like real life versus the rap. And that's why I got respect for J. Cole, but I really would have loved to see him in that battle. But at the end of the day, there was no winners except Kendrick. You know,
That's a,
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
talk
They
that
have
Jonah, that
talk,
was
rings.
not
baby.
the answer.
I know.
Jonah, that was not the answer you wanted when you asked that, was it?
It's all right. Hey, he agreed I'm smoking Drew one on one. That was the biggest one, so we're good.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. We were teammates our whole life, and this dude wants to choose fucking John. That is
Bro, because he
crazy, bro.
knows. He
I
knows.
mean,
That's
me and Jonah
crazy.
were
Hey,
teammates too. I mean, what
That's
you want?
crazy.
hey, and
No, no, I appreciate it. Honestly, it just gets me up earlier in the morning. To be honest, it adds a little fire
As it
under
should. I
under my
hope you,
ass.
I hope you make me eat my words. I really do.
keep
All right.
working. Because
Second,
I think I got a winning record versus Jaime too. In all time one on ones.
Nah, no shot. You had me when we were younger, but
That's
as
what,
I got
bro.
older, no shot.
It's close though.
You had me, yeah, because you had me when I was like in sixth grade, and well,
No,
how
don't
old
do
are,
that. Don't do that.
yes, yes, yes. Well, I was because for those of you who don't know, me and Jonah were neighbors, right? And I was I'm what 3 years younger than you,
two.
2.
two.
Two.
He's already making
He's trying
excuses,
to give
Jonah.
himself an
He's
extra
already making
year.
That's what I'm
excuses.
No,
saying,
no,
bro. Come on.
no, because I was okay. No, that makes sense. No, I am
In
tripping.
our
Yeah,
defense,
two.
though, when we were 12, Jonah looked 25. So
Yeah, I was about to say Jonah looked the same, like literally since he was 12 years old.
Dude, I think
Ripped
everybody
as
thought he was
hell.
gonna be the next LeBron James, bro. Are you kidding me,
Yeah.
dude?
Bro,
No,
We
I
weren't thinking
swear.
Jaime
no.
was gonna leave. We thought
thought
Jonah was
Jonah was
gonna be
going to the
No,
league.
LeBron,
we're
bro.
like
Are you
Jonah's
kidding me?
got it.
Bro,
No, because
I can
well, I was saying for those of you who don't know, we were neighbors. So I was obviously a little younger than him. So I would play against Jonah literally every single day, 1-on-1, try to beat him. And I remember probably when I think maybe I was sixth grade when I finally beat him 1-on-1. I remember I was so happy. I went home, told my parents, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, like let's go," because everyone was trying to beat Jonah. But if you take that, yeah, I don't know. It probably is close all time. But
thank you,
I
thank
started coming. I started coming back as I got older. When high school started coming around.
you.
Jonah, you peaked early. You peaked early in middle school.
Middle school.
Dude, I
Middle
think
school
he
getting
stayed the
Yeah.
recruited.
same height from eighth grade, dude. Like, I mean, I swear to God, bro, I thought you were gonna be the next KD, bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Stop it, Drew. You're not even in this. It's 11-0 versus you, and then Jaime, it's like I think I'm getting him 11-9 still.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
I love the
God.
confidence. I love the confidence.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, so Hawk, I got a question for you. We've all golfed together. I mean, Jonah hasn't
Yeah.
really golfed too much with us, but we've all golfed together over years, dating back to COVID. And we talked about this on the pod with Daniel a couple weeks ago. If it was a scramble of me and Drew versus Dan and Tanner and Paul, our editor, producer,
Yeah. Yeah.
who's winning that scramble? Me and Drew versus Dan and Tanner, 18 holes. It's going to be a lot of bad golf probably, but who's coming out on top? There's mulligans
That's.
involved.
I was about to say that's a go. I don't know how good Tanner is. That's the thing. I don't think I've only played with him maybe a couple times. Um, I know Dan's pretty good. Are you guys playing Scramble?
Yeah, me and Drew together.
Scrams.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to go Dan and Tanner only because Dan I know is gonna hit bombs out close to the green. He's gonna do a driver and a pitching wedge. I know Wetter, can barely make it past the women's tee sometimes.
Yeah,
So
okay. Well, yeah, what'd you shoot the other day? 106? Was that right?
it was actually a 104. And by the way,
Oh,
I'm playing on real golf courses where there's water and you can hit it out of bounds, not where there's fairways on both sides of your fairway. You know what
yo,
I'm saying?
I don't know why you're hitting on Camero Springs right now, but I really don't appreciate it.
Listen, I've shot my best scores at Cameo Springs, but after I played real
Well,
courses, I know why.
well, hold
I
up,
know
Hawk.
why.
You talked about what Dan's gonna do, what Drew's gonna do. You don't know what Tanner's gonna do, but what am I gonna do? I have no say in helping Drew and me
Nah,
get the
Vinny. I
dub.
mean, listen, Vin. I've golfed with you a couple times, man. And if I'm gonna be honest, I could sit, have a cup of coffee, and probably do 4 podcasts by the time you hit the ball. So, I think, I don't know. Listen, I don't know how your game's been going. I know you got the baseball swing. It's quite an adjustment. I don't know if that adjustment is fully carried over to golf just yet. So that's why I'm gonna have to get it to them. So,
You know what?
Yep.
You know what, Drew? We're just gonna have to let the W speak for itself then. If this guy wants
hey,
to
that's what I'm
Yeah,
disrespect us
man.
saying.
like this.
You guys got talking all this shit, man. You guys got to go put it out on the course, man.
Man, y'all are
Well,
Look,
don't worry.
taking
Yo,
Last time,
you've been
last
talking
time
to
I
Jonah
played,
too much.
yo,
last
y'all
last time I played
Jaime.
Dan. Hold up. Last time I played Dan and Drew was last summer, and with my partner, we beat them. So
oh, did
Okay.
you? Who was your partner?
Yeah, and let me
he's this
make
guy
this
out in San
clear.
Diego.
The guy who was
Okay.
his partner was the best guy in the group. Let me just make
Oh
that
yeah,
clear, okay?
I was
Yeah,
like, was he
and
Phil
Yeah.
Mickelson or
yeah,
Tiger
yeah.
Woods?
And
What was he?
Daniel's
Scratch
teammate was the
golfer?
worst. And Daniel's teammate was the worst guy in the group.
Oh,
Okay.
I
okay,
mean, hey,
yeah,
we both shot 3 for 11 for three,
yeah.
here and there, you know what I'm saying? We all have bad days. It's
Hey,
different in golf.
you
man,
definitely. There's a lot of bad days in golf, is what I realized for
man,
sure.
y'all two are taking some L's
Great
today. It's a
sport.
tough day for Anthony.
Oh man. No, we should have told Jonah we were filming tomorrow or something, bro. I don't like this.
Oh,
I don't like these
dang.
two guys together, man. It's
Yeah, hey,
ridiculous.
hey,
Uh,
Jaime, we need you on every time. I need some backup.
Hey man, I got an open summer, man. I'm just hooping, working out. I'm game anytime, man. I love this stuff.
Well, we're gonna definitely take you up on that. Before we play a game that Drew has kind of set up for us, that I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through. I have one more question for you, and it's going back to kind of we were talking about Steph and Kobe earlier in the podcast. We discussed this last episode, I believe. But what is your Mount Rushmore of basketball? I think that's a good one to ask you, since considering you're an NBA player. Like,
Yeah,
what's your Mount Rushmore?
that's a great one. I think my Mount Rushmore of basketball. I think it's got to be Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Michael Jordan. I think that's my four.
The
Just
Steph love.
Mount
So
Rushmore.
you got to
I
go into
think
detail though. Like, why isn't there no Magic? Why isn't there no Kareem?
I think just because, like you said, it's my Mount Rushmore, and these are guys who I just hold very dear to my heart and who have like a very deep personal. I mean, I don't want to say like not personal connection, but I just watch these guys, and these guys have been the ones who inspired me probably the most in my basketball career. I think obviously Kobe Bryant, growing up being a Laker fan, he was the guy that I looked up to, wanted to be just like, emulate his game, work hard just like him. For one, LeBron, I think, I was one of those guys who had a complicated relationship. I was, confused about him. Then I didn't like him when everyone hated him. And then eventually I turned around and was like, what was I doing? I was just a young kid hating on the guy that everybody was hating on. I realized how stupid that was and how great of a player he was. And the 2016 finals that he won was probably one of the most inspiring finals series that I've ever seen. I mean, just being down 3-1, I think there was one play that just always sticks out in my mind when I think of LeBron. I think it was maybe game five. I don't remember what game five, game four. Don't remember what one it was, but he had like tripped, fell at half court, threw it up to Kyrie, picked himself up, Kyrie threw the lob. He barely had enough energy, got at the very top and just dunked it. I think it was maybe
Yeah.
just over Draymond. I know you guys know what play I'm talking about. I know the block
Yep.
gets talked about the most, but to me, that one sticks out in my head as one of just the most inspiring, just falling down, just how much he wanted it, how much he wanted to do it for his team. And then Steph, I mean, he's another one who's just such probably, I think, everyone's favorite player to watch, for all being honest. It's like every time you turn on the TV, you're like, what the hell? How did he just hit that shot? Pulling up from deep, getting to the paint, his conditioning level, his attention to detail, how hard he works. I mean, I got the pleasure to watch him work out at UCLA a couple of times, and the detail that he goes to is so methodical, doesn't skip any steps. And then Michael Jordan, I mean, none of us would be here without him, if we're being honest. I'm blessed to be signed to him and his brand, wearing it proudly. Shout out to Jonah, I see you. Um, and I think, all the stuff from watching the Dream Team to, I'm blanking on, what was the documentary that just came out?
The Last
Um,
Dance.
The Last Dance. I mean, he was just obviously bigger than life, and being able to watch old film and old highlights and how everyone talked about him, I think he's most deserving to be up there on my Mount Rushmore. So that's why those guys are up there for me.
So speaking of Mount Rushmore, UCLA, one of your very special coaches you've had you on their Mount Rushmore at UCLA.
Yeah.
What did you think when you saw that?
I mean,
that was cool. That was cool to see.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Coach Cronin, man, shout out to him. He's been doing an amazing job. Taught me so much, and just the fact that he's got me up on that list, it's really special. I mean, there's so many guys who played there, so many greats, such a historic program, and for him to consider me as one of those guys up on that list, it's truly special.
Who?
Yeah, that was sick.
If you and K-Love were to have an open dialogue right now, he was on the show. Who had a greater career at UCLA right here, right now?
I mean, we've talked about that, had a similar conversation. I mean, he always talks, he wish he would have been able to play longer at UCLA. But I mean, when, you're projected top 5 pick, I mean, it's so hard. I mean, Kalo's my guy. I have so much love for him. He's had a wonderful career. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be tough. Maybe he give it to me. Maybe he give it to him. He was also a Pac-12 player. We're both one-time Pac-12 players. Both made it to a Final Four. I mean, it's pretty close. I'm not mad at either answer. He's just such a legend, and I'm blessed to have him as a teammate. I really am.
Vinny, we gotta ask our March Madness question. We got
the
man
lead
on.
the way, Jonah.
That's
a good question.
How
we missed that?
Yeah. Question that's broke the internet.
We missed that one.
Yeah, so Jaime, I don't know if you saw, but
he definitely saw.
Jaime,
I definitely saw.
I'm very confident in your basketball abilities. I can
see that.
I believe in chemistry
so much that he's beating you one-on-one.
I was just about to say that. I was like very confident enough to. You're confident in your basketball abilities, I can see.
I believe in chemistry. So I want to ask you this. You're the only one here that played in the Sweet 16 March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
How far is this four right here? Me, you, Andrew, Vinny, and Daniel Wetter. If we're starting 5, your abilities right now, you're leading us. We're like a 16 seed, 12 seed, whatever. How far are we going in March Madness?
Wow. Wait, what seed are we?
Wait, no. Because when we first did this, we said we were going against one of the we were a higher seed. Like we were going against like a smaller school.
Okay, yeah.
Like we were going against like a 16 seed.
Yeah. So we're a 1 seed and you're leading us. How far are we going?
If we're a 1 seed, I think we could possibly make it past the first round. If we're a 1 seed, second round definitely gets a little bit more dicey. Do I think we'll win the whole? Like, if I'm speaking completely honest, do I think we'll win the whole thing? No, only not because I don't believe in my ability or your ability. It's just because of the lack of experience per se from some of our other teammates who don't have college experience, let alone Division I college experience. And I don't want to knock any of. I mean, you guys don't know, but it's hard. Like when you get in there, when we were, we were like a 5 seed and we were playing Akron. I mean, I can't tell you, that was one of the hardest games I've ever played. Like these guys, and I'm like Akron, like I didn't even know they had a college, and we're
Hey,
going up again. We went down to the wire. Like I'm telling, we couldn't hit, playing incredible defense, hitting shots, and you're just like you realize that like when you get to certain levels, everyone's really good. But I mean, I think shit. If we're a 1 seed, 16 seed, I think we can. I think we can maybe get a game.
Yes,
We can
sir.
get
let
a
me ask you
game. I
this
think we
though.
can get a game.
I love that, but let me ask you this, and this is gonna contradict what Jonah's saying. What seed were you when you went to the Final Four?
An 11 seed.
Yeah, were you? Did you have to play to get in?
We had a playing
First
game, went
four
to
in.
overtime. First four, baby.
Exactly. That's my point.
First four.
UCLA
No, we're
was an
not
11
winning.
seed and
No,
made it to the Final Four. But
I
that's what
am
I'm
very,
saying though. Like even an
I'm very
11
confident in
seed,
my ability, like to lead a
absolutely.
team.
But
Bro, thank
However,
you.
my ability for you guys to guard some of these guys, and
that was my point. That
it's
was
a
my
little
point, dude.
different. I'm telling
You.
you,
We got the best. We got the best player in the tournament. We got the worst player in the tournament. Right on this card, right here, dude. Like, come
and you're
on.
only as good as your weakest link at the end of
Yeah,
the day. And
yeah,
that's
not very good.
and a lesson to, I don't know, some kids who are watching this. Like you look at the playoffs and you start to see how like well-oiled machines these teams are. Like when I watch OKC play, they're a machine. Like those guys are on a string. If one person is not on that same string, the whole thing falls apart. Like it's really one guy. It only takes one guy to not be locked in for someone to lose. It really is that minimal of error. Like that's how much it is. Just one little mistake and it's exposed. It's absolutely insane how good these guys are. And
Do teams?
when, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say like because you're talking about that, and it seems to happen a lot. In a 7 game series, is the being a guy who's like in the room, like is the scouting like so advanced to where you're going into a series with an expectation of a guy that you think could cause that kind of to unfold, and like you attack that in a sense, or is it
For
just how it
sure.
plays out?
No, for sure. When you go into like scout and game plan, it's very detailed about like who we want as a team to get the ball to, who we want the matchups to be, who we want to get into actions versus, and then also who the other guys on the team that like, I guess that's offensively, defensively guys that we want to go at or guys that we don't want to get the ball, how you're going to guard them, the tendencies, and I keep those tendencies. So now as I'm watching like Cleveland play, and I'm like, oh, I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do. I know what he's gonna do. And it's pretty cool. It really is. It's when you get into like the deepest level of like basketball IQ.
Yeah.
So, I
Well, there you
mean,
go,
you
Jonah.
heard,
There you go, Jonah. We might be the 16 seed.
hey, Jaime, Vinny said we're not winning a game. And he
Listen,
also,
Hey,
I think I
like
have
Jaime
enough
said,
buckets in me.
he has all the belief. Like Jaime said, he has all the belief in his ability. I don't have any faith in my ability. So
What if we got Russ coming out? What if Russ is a 6 man?
Russ 6 man coming off the bench for
I think
sure.
that
We
I think
definitely
that
got a
changes.
shot.
I think we're talking Sweet 16, to be honest.
so so then I just begin you guys water. Then that's what I'm doing. We got Russ on the team.
So sub Russ in for Vinny. Maybe we got a
Yeah,
shot.
You'll be our
yeah.
Jackson Hayes, bro. You play the
Yeah.
first 2 minutes, and then
No,
you're giving us water.
I mean it's hard, man. I mean, I look at my senior year and how good of a team we had, and we still didn't even like we made it to the Sweet 16, Boston at Sweet 16, heartbreak. But I swear, if we either had listen, Adem Bona or Jalen Clark, flip a coin. I don't care which one you gave us. I think we're making it. I think we're making it all the way. I really do. I really do.
I thought that
But
was your guys' best shot to win. Out of your 4 years
I
there,
we
that
had
team
we were
was
so locked
incredible.
in. It was a team that I felt was just so connected, and it was you go back, and I would just feel like no game that I ever played felt like, oh, we were so out of it. Like even if we were down, I knew that we could get enough stops, we could get the ball in the basket, and that we were going to win. It was such a special team, and just those injuries, man. If Jalen Clark doesn't go down, like just one, just please. I wish I could go back and just say, God, flip a coin. I don't care, Adem or J Rock, like either one. I think we go all the way, but in another timeline.
Injuries
Come
part of
on,
the
man.
game. Maybe I'll roll an ankle so Russ can get in the game together.
Yeah,
So
take
yeah,
a fall.
yeah, I'll take one for the team. All right, so I want to get into the game that Drew was kind of talking to us about off camera, and I'll kind of lead it with you guys. So going back to kind of when we were talking about the Drake and Kendrick beef, I want each of you, you're gonna get a rapper assigned to you, and you guys are gonna pick 5 songs from their entire catalog to build like the best 5 song album for each artist. And then you guys, one, will debate about it why yours is better, and then two, we'll have the people vote. They get the songs right from the catalog, and if they did, who's got the better 5 song album? Make sense? So rules for this: features are allowed, but the song has to be the artist's actual song. So Jonah, for example, you're going to be Drake just because that's you got him tattooed on you. So you're going to be Drake, but if you have a feature, it's got to be a Drake song. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
Jonah's got Drake. Jaime, we're going to give you Kanye. And
Yes,
Drew, you can
I
you can
want,
stick with Kendrick Lamar, and you can say
and I
what you need
want
to real quick, Jaime.
to preface before we start this. I have Kanye West. I do not have Ye. I have Kanye West. These are two different people, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kanye West. Okay, now that I
Yeah.
we
got
don't
that out the
So
way.
we don't condone any
yes,
of
We don't know
the
who this.
recent
no,
I don't know who
uh
this Ye guy is. I have no idea. I know Kanye West, and that's the discography I'm picking from.
yeah.
okay
This
I
is
will
because of the bag of songs that he has.
Yes.
Okay.
correct the beauty behind the madness. I would like to say before I do think I have an unfair advantage as far as discography. I think you
Hey,
two
you chose to be Team Kendrick, buddy. You
hey,
chose it. You're stuck with it.
I got the third
Wait,
pick of the draft, all right, but
an
it's all good.
unfair
It's all
advantage?
good.
What? What?
I think
You
those
mean
two are definitely higher on the Mount Rushmore than Kendrick, in my opinion. I think we all agree with that. But
oh, okay.
anyways,
I thought you were saying you
Okay.
had the best.
Yeah, I thought you.
No,
Yeah,
no, he's
unfair
saying no,
advantage.
no,
he's saying he's the weak link of the group. But I'm
Oh
saying
yeah.
that's on you for being on Team Kendrick.
no, it's all good. We were in
Yeah.
LA, baby. We stand up.
All
Come
right.
on.
So are we? Okay, I'll just let you take it away, Vince. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're gonna go 5 picks each, and we're gonna go first round, second round in order. So each of you are going to pick a song. Each are going to pick a second song until we get 15 total songs. But Jaime, you're the guest. So you get the first pick today for you're picking 5 Kanye songs. So what is your first song off the board?
All right, my first song off the board is going to be "Homecoming" off of "Graduation." #1 song. The reason I chose this song has a lot of nostalgia to it. I think it's a great way to kick off this 5 song album. Talking about his time in Chicago, his girl that he got away from. I think it's just one of his best songs. I it hits home for me, and I know everybody else around the world also loves this song as well.
All right. So Homecoming's pick one for Hawk.
That's a good pick.
Drew, you can take pick one now for Kendrick.
All right. I like the pick. I think it's his best album personally. I don't know. I think that's not a hot take. I think that's a pretty good take.
That's not a hot take.
For K Dot, are we systematic like this is song #1 song, or does it just not matter?
I thought it mattered because it was like an
Are you
album.
guys going into if you guys all three are going with that mindset, then yes. But if one of you didn't think that, then it doesn't matter.
I wasn't. I was just taking 5.
I was just thinking
Okay.
5 too, but
I kind of put it into like a concise album, but it's okay. I guess
Well,
I
hey,
think
more power.
differently
No, no,
than
no,
y'all,
no,
man.
no. Jaime and Drew,
I'm just more
keep the
locked
list
in, man. I'm
because
just more locked
yeah,
in.
keep the list. Maybe people out there are gonna see that and they're gonna ride with you. So yeah, just keep
Yeah.
it that way, Drew. If that's what you got.
all right. The first one is taking me back to my childhood. This actually takes me back to the good days of going to Pitts Ranch and busting these two dudes' asses at the park. We're playing for 3 hours outside. We got the speaker going, having a good time. This is probably my favorite Kendrick song of all time. Just all the nostalgia and all that good stuff. Give me Money Trees with #1 with the #1 pick.
Money trees. I
Yeah.
like it.
What are you shaking your head for, Jonah? What are you shaking? You gonna say that's not a hit? Come
That's
on, bro.
you're in last place already. That's a horrible.
And
That's a horrible.
by the way,
Money
I
Tree.
just saw.
When's the last time you played that song, Drew?
I
Come on
just,
now.
I played it like 2 hours ago before when I was thinking about this segment. All right, I
Get out of
did.
here. Get out
Hey,
of here with
but by
that.
the way, that take about Luther is aging like sour milk, buddy. We've had the #1 song in the country for like all of
Yeah,
2025.
you
Anyways,
got the bots. You got the bots with your album. Take them.
that's a good miss. If that's a miss, I'll say that. I'll keep it at that.
All right, so we got Homecoming, we got Money Trees, and Jonah, what's gonna be song one on the Drake catalog?
All right, so I got Drake. I got the greatest artist of all time. And the
You've
reason
already we already know
Hold
your
on,
opinion on
Vinny.
Drake,
Let,
right?
let me get into it, Vinny. Don't cut off my moment. So I got Drake. I got the best artist of all time. And the reason he's the best artist of all time is something called versatility. Something that Drew doesn't like in his basketball players. Drew only likes scoring. So this song showcases this artist's range, and it's a song that every man can relate to. Everyone has played it in their darkest moments, and it's just a classic, one of the greatest R&B songs of all time. Give me Marvin's Room as my first pick.
Wow. I did
That's
not think
a
out of
that's a
Of the
all songs,
terrible
entire
pick. Are you kidding
catalog?
me?
Bro,
out of the
I,
entire catalog, you're
Of the
picking
entire
Marvin's
bro,
Room?
catalog, you taking
bro,
Marvin's Room?
I get 5 songs. I'm gonna get one of the
Yeah.
best R&B
Yeah.
songs, and now I'm gonna show you the rapping as we go.
Okay.
None of your guys'
Hey.
Ah,
artists can make a Marvin's Room. You guys
I
all have
cannot
a standard
wait.
song.
I cannot
You're
wait to see the comment section with this one.
you're
Bro, real
asking
ones
me
know.
when's the last time I listened to Money Tree? When's the last time you listened to Marvin's
Bro,
Room, dog?
Drew,
You're not crying over your 6th grade crush anymore now, are you? Like, come on,
Drew,
bro.
Jaime, I know you have. You've listened to Marvin's
I
Room
mean,
in
of
a
course,
sad
I've listened
moment.
to
Come on
Marvin's
now.
Room, but as my first pick in his whole discography, I
Come
mean,
on now.
And
I don't
just
know about
Bro.
that one.
just the fact that 2 minutes ago you said that you didn't design this for an album and this was your number one pick.
No, it's 5 songs. I'm gonna show who Drake is. Marvin's Room is in there.
Okay.
Okay, you paint a bad picture for Drake right
Drew, you
now.
got Money
Anyways.
Trees. Everyone's skipping Money Trees when that comes on.
Oh, I just honestly, it just not what I was expecting to be honest. I just think there's a lot. It's a great
That's
song,
crazy.
but it's just not what
Thank you.
I.
It's a phenomenal song.
Anyways,
You got to be in
Okay.
some type of mood to listen to Marvin's Room. All right,
Gotcha.
Jaime, pick two for Kanye. You got
Okay.
Homecoming. What's second on the list?
All right. So I'm bringing everybody home, right? I got the feel good nostalgia of Homecoming. So my song number two is going to be Touch the Sky. Touch the Sky, the ultimate feel good party song. You hear it at weddings, graduations. Anytime you're trying to have a good time, Touch the Sky is always something that you can put on, makes everybody feel alive. Everyone's having the best day ever. And I just think it's one of his best hits. I love the song. Anytime I go out, you always put that song on and get a party going. And yeah, I think it's just an overall banger.
Not
I
bad,
like
not
that.
bad.
Shout out Lupe Fiasco too.
Yeah, Lupe, great verse. Come on.
One of the most lyrically talented rappers ever to do it. Great song.
Yeah.
We've listened to that song a couple too many times in Westwood.
Yes, sir.
With a couple late nights. All right, for me, for my second pick, you know, since Jonah wants to do this whole lovey-dovey, these guys can't switch it up. They can't do a little R&B.
Yeah, tell about the versatility, Drew.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about versatility. All right, we
Please.
got yeah, please, yeah, watch me. So we got. Look, man, I think us as men could just relate to this in general. I mean, this is bigger than words, man. This is deeper than anything Drake has ever talked about in his raps, in his songs. Kiki, do you love me? All that bull jive.
That might make an appearance.
Wow.
That better not make an
Wow.
appearance. Oh my God. But so this song off of one of his best albums, in my opinion. I think it's the second best album. We're talking about something that men, we all want, we all need from our partner. It started. What is that look for, bro?
Get to
Why
it,
you
Drew.
get
Get
to
to
it?
Go
it.
ahead.
Why
Get
you
to the
getting
point,
into
man.
it?
Oh my
Bro,
God.
I'm
Hey.
sorry, man. It's deep, man. It makes me feel a
Taking
certain
longer
type
than
of
me
way.
taking longer than me with my golf swing, bro. Let's go.
I don't know about that long. But yeah, give me Loyalty number 2. He's got Riri in it. Look, man, this is diversity, not diversity.
Diversity.
What's the word I was looking for? What were you just saying, Jonah? What's the word that you said?
Discography.
Versatility.
Versatility. Yeah, this shows a little versatility. It's a little mainstream. Don't get me wrong, but we got Riri singing her heart out. You know, it touches home for a lot of us dudes. Loyalty right up there for me. It's something we all need as men when we're looking for a partner in this crazy thing we call life.
Terrible pick, Drew. Are you kidding
I
me?
don't think that's a bad
Bro,
pick. I think that's a good
Bro,
pick.
bro, you got
I like
carried on
that
that
song.
song by your feature. No,
no,
no
we
Kendrick verse. Get out of here.
stop
Horrible.
it. Stop it.
You're 0 for
All
2.
right,
Look up the numbers
Jonah.
in that song.
Jonah, let's what follows up Marvin's Room on the
All
Drake
right.
the Drake
I,
album?
I got beautiful R&B that everyone needs, not no loyalty where I'm carried by a feature. Now, I'm gonna show you the bars. I'm gonna show you why Drake is one of the greatest rappers to ever grace a microphone. Give me Tuscan Leather as my second song.
I like
Unbelievable
that pick a
bars
lot.
throughout. Come
I
on
like that
now.
pick a lot.
Come on.
Yeah,
What do you
I
guys say,
can't.
Drew?
I don't got anything. I think it's a great song. I think all
Yeah.
these songs we're saying are great songs. I don't think any of them are like the looks that Jonah's given after each one of our songs. I
Yeah,
think they're all
no,
great songs.
thank you. Thank you.
A little turn
I
back the
like that
clock
pick.
here.
I like that pick.
All right,
Might be his
so
best album too.
y'all feeling good? You're all the 2 picks in. Y'all feeling good about your list?
I'm
Uh,
feeling good about my
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
oh,
That's
great.
for sure.
Any outliers? You just was it Marvin's Room? Was that the one that got everyone off guard here?
I
I
thought it
mean,
was
I didn't
Marvin's
know. I
Room.
mean, first pick, you kind of got to set the tone. But like I said,
You set a tone, all right.
mine's a more concise album. You know, I know they wanted to just pick songs, but I wanted to make a art. You know, make a piece of
Yeah.
art like Kanye always does. It's not always great art, but the ones I picked are absolutely fantastic. With
All
that
right.
being
So
said,
add
song
to the
number
art.
three.
Yeah, add to the art here.
As to song number three, I got Love Locked Down.
Mm.
Kind of going a little different here, but Homecoming Touch the Sky, brought it home, getting the vibes going. Love Lockdown is a club banger. I played it, I don't know how many times at UCLA. I think it's one of the best produced songs probably of all time, from the drums to the very end of the finale where it's like sounds like he's in the jungle. It's just ultimately one of my favorite songs. Production, I mean, he doesn't really sing that much, but I guess he does sing, but you know what I'm trying to say as far as the lyrics. But I just think overall production, tremendous song. Great spot at number three on this 5-song album.
Love that. Love that. For my third pick, this is another OG K Dot song too. I think this is like the Kendrick that a lot of people fell in love with. Crazy beat, kind of showed off his just crazy style rapping and just getting after it. Give me Rigor Mortis, number three. One
I
of my
love that
favorite.
pick.
That might be one of my top 3 favorite songs of K Dot.
That's probably top three for me as well. I love
Yeah.
Rigor Mortis. Jonah, you don't even know what that song is, probably, huh? You've never even heard of that song.
You don't know nothing about that. This is the type of dude we're having this debate with, by the way.
Jonah doesn't even know what Rigor Mortis is.
Yeah.
What album is that?
That's old. Is that
I think
Section 80.
Section 80, I think.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that song. I'm gonna listen to it after this though. I'll see. But just the fact that I don't know it shows it's probably not that good. So all right.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Great choice. Great choice.
All right, for my third song, I'm gonna pick another song that just demonstrates who Drake is as an artist. One of my all-time favorite Drake songs. Give me Pipe Down for my third song. Just an incredible song. Oh my God, I love that song so much. Pipe Down.
All right, calm down, Jonas. Stop licking your lips over there, buddy. I don't know, bro. I just thought you were gonna go a completely different direction. Like, I thought you were gonna go completely different direction.
I feel like you have
Like,
there's no structure right now.
I'm showing every layer of Drake. That's my structure.
You think that's like a top 5 Drake song?
Bro,
I think
and
Pipe
it's
Down
not
in Marvin's
5.
Room. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a great song. I love that song, but it's like, is that what we're? I mean, you're making the album, not me, but like, that's what you're gonna put?
I was
Yes.
expecting like middle of the ocean. I like Tuscan Leather. I like that pick a lot. Is there more? I don't know. That's just me. Maybe we just different layers of Drake that we all
Yeah,
like.
Well,
there's so many sides of Drake.
Jonah's got 2 picks to go with the Drake
Yeah, I'm not
5
done.
songs.
I'm not done.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So Hawk going to
Okay.
pick 4 now.
All right. Pick number 4 for me is going to be Ultra Light Beam. I think one
Mm.
of the greatest songs, production of all time. I remember when The Life of Pablo was dropping, it didn't drop on streaming services. So I went to these bootleg websites to try to stream the songs. And I remember, I was streaming the song, listening to the shower for the first time, and thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this might be one of the most beautiful, well put together songs I've ever heard in my entire life. That's song number 4 in my album to transition into the finale, and I'll wait for the finale in song number 5. But I'll let you take it away, Weather.
All right, very valid, very valid. Don't got anything bad to say about that. So the last song, I feel like it's got to be on the list. I think you guys know what I'm talking about with that. But this fourth one is tricky for me. Both throwbacks again. Um, I'll do. Oh, this is tough. Give me swimming pools. Give me swimming pools. Number 4.
Mm,
Give me swimming pools. I was debating between that and all right, but someone told me just go swimming pools. So we're going
I would
swimming
have
right
went all
now.
right. I would have went all right. That's
I
just me.
mean, it's tough. It's tough to be honest. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, but yeah, give me. I hear that song, I can't stop singing it.
I mean, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Uh, it's sticking in my theme of Drake. I'm gonna pick our probably the most universally liked Drake, and that's timestamp Drake.
Mm.
Anytime there's a timestamp and Drake, he's gonna be rapping, bars filled throughout. So I'm gonna pick his best one in my opinion. Give me 4 p.m. in Calabasas as my next song.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I really
Yeah.
do.
That song is tough. That one gets me going. Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness!
That song
Especially
is
if
so
Yeah.
fire.
you driving through Calabasas. Oh my,
Bro.
you feel like the biggest man in
Nah,
the world.
that's a great pick. That
Yes,
really is a
sir.
great pick. It's a great pick.
I got
Um,
universal head nods on that pick.
All right, so
you're 1 for 4
this
right now.
this is gonna this I think pick 5 makes or break. I think this is gonna make or break who's gonna come on top.
I think mine
Ooh.
was already made. With that being said, number 5, I don't know if it was just me or our group of friends, but I feel like anybody who was in high school around the time this dropped, this was our theme song. This was the song that we listened to on late nights, thinking that we were going to be young forever, be friends forever. For my number 5, I got Ghost Town off of Ye. I think
Oh,
that is just to me one of his most beautiful songs. Really closes out my 5 song album on a very good high note. Everybody knows the lyrics, um, and I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful song.
I love
legendary
that.
It hits
song. What
it hits home for the 805 boys. It really does.
when I think of Camarillo and I think of the Trap House and all the great nights we had there,
Yeah,
I think of Ghost Town.
Ghost Town. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Ghost Town at 3 in the
exactly.
morning. All right, for my last one, it's pretty obvious. We're dancing over the dead corpse that is of Drake, of Drizzy Drake right here. All right, we were headlining Super Bowls. They make a song about the Super Bowl. Guess what? We headlining it, baby, and we catching a body on that. Give me Not Like Us, the song of the century. Sorry, Drake, but it is what it is, dog. I had to. I'd be stupid if I didn't have this on my list. That's the way we going out.
The
And
closer.
the
I like
The
closer,
closer.
I
baby.
like Euphoria better. I like Euphoria better. I'll just say that.
I I mean, it's just like, bro, you can't
No,
have
it's
it
your
the list
pick. It's
without
your
Not
pick.
Like Us.
No,
You
it's your
can't have
pick.
it
I like
without Not Like
Euphoria.
Us.
I'm just different. I guess I'm just different.
All right, and I'm gonna close out the song with probably one of my 3 favorite Drake songs of all time. Even though we're beefing with this man, he gave us an amazing feature, so shout out to The Weeknd. I'm gonna close my album with The Ride.
Ooh.
Real Drake fans
Oh.
know that one.
Okay. Yeah, nah, the vocals on that by The Weeknd are incredible.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, beautiful song.
You went deep in the cookie bag in that one.
Bro,
Dang,
I
man.
got every Drake on
I
that.
thought you were gonna say Crew Love, but I like the
I was
ride.
debating that, but I like the ride better.
Yeah,
No, that's a gem right there. They don't know about that. They don't know about that,
yeah.
Drizzy.
Yeah. The real ones know.
All right, so we got the three lists, the three albums. So Jonah, you started with Marvin's Room, and then you closed out with The Ride, correct? And then Jaime, you started with Homecoming, closed out with Ghost Town. And then Drew, you had Kendrick Lamar, you went Money Trees, and then closed out with Not Like Us. So before we get into like why you guys think yours is better, what song just name for the other two guys? So like Jaime, what songs did you like the best off of Jonah's list, and what songs did you like the best off of Drew's list?
I think Tuscan Leather off Jonas was probably the one that sticks out to me the most. I think one of Drake's best just raps, and the fact that in the song he rapped about check the toe tag, we'll see, or something like we'll see who's still around a decade from now, and then a decade later, one artist of the decade. It was kind of just one of the coolest moments, full circle moments in music, I think. And then off Drew's 5 album list, I think I'm gonna have to go with Rigor Mortis. I think one of the most fun songs that Kendrick has ever put out. It's one that hits home for me. One of my favorite songs. One of the first songs I've ever actually heard by Kendrick as well. So maybe really become a fan of him. Those are my favorite two.
All right, Jonah, what about you? What'd you like off of Jaime's list with Kanye, and then with Drew's Kendrick list? Even though I
Um,
know hard thing to talk about with Kendrick, but
yeah,
which
it's
one?
off of
Sensitive subject.
you know, Kendrick is a phenomenal rapper. Like I hate on him just because of my admiration for Drake as an artist. But off of Drew's list, I'll probably say swimming pools, just because that's just a classic. Anytime you hear it, it just takes me back. It's probably swimming pools. Off of Jaime's, for me, easily Homecoming. That's probably my favorite Kanye song, and Kanye's one of my top 3 or 4 artists of all time. So I love Homecoming for him.
That's
What
fair.
about
That's
you, Drew?
fair. Um, well, I'll tell you which one I thought was the worst take, the worst, the worst pick. I thought Marvin's Room was kind of way out of left field, to be honest. It's a great song, don't get me wrong. But like, I don't know, R&B wise, like Drake, is that his best? Is that his best one? I don't know. Um,
Such a hater.
Bro, stop it. For for sorry, can you remind me your guys' songs again?
Mine was Homecoming, Touch the Sky, Love Lockdown, Ultralight Beam, and Ghost Town.
Okay, so for me, I think for our Kanye, it's Ultralight Beam. I just think that song is so like when I first heard that song, like that
Yeah,
is one of those songs where it's like when you first hear that, like you will never forget where you were like at
yeah.
that time, like that the beat, the production, just like that Future talking that like crazy. So yeah, that's the one for me. Drizzy. Hmm. Honestly, I didn't love all of the songs that you chose. I would probably go Tuscan Leather though, to be honest. I think that's my favorite album by far. It aged like wine. He basically covered it pretty well with the whole 10-year thing. But yeah, that was basically him just talking his talk and looking back at it, he sure has lived up to what he said. So I like that pick as well.
But hold on,
All right.
what's with all the Marvin's Room slander? Marvin's Room is an
Yeah,
iconic song.
yeah, I think you were overhating a little bit. I think
Thank
Marvin's
you.
Room is definitely a classic. I just didn't think that was the direction you were going to go. I think out of all
Off
his
the bat too.
discography, yeah, off the bat, um, I think his discography, I probably would have gone in a little different direction. But I wasn't mad at all the picks, I guess. Yeah.
Like it's a great song. Don't get me wrong. Like I thought it was maybe gonna go on like the fourth, not the first. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think you were trying to put us to sleep right away. But like it's not a bad song by any means. I do sound like I'm hating a little bit. It's a great
Thank you.
song. It's a classic. Take care. Yeah, but I thought it was questionable.
Yeah, I
Just didn't
can't
know where I went or
I
didn't know
can't
where you were going with that.
I can't wait to see the poll results on this one. I feel like I smoked you guys respectfully, but we'll see.
Well, let's stay there with you, Jonah. Before, yeah, we're gonna have the people speak. But what's your ranking of the list? Like, who go one, two, three? Who you think
Me,
had the best list?
I wonder
I
You
what
go
he's gonna
first.
say. Oh my God, I
I
wonder
got
what Jonah's gonna say.
I got me one, I got Jaime two with Kanye, and I got Drew third with Kendrick, like always.
Like always. Hawk, what about you?
I think I'm gonna have to go with my selection, number one. I think I like the songs that Weather picked better. Like I love Drake. Had you have chose some different songs, I probably would have went there.
that's
But
that's
I'd
the
probably
name of the
say
game,
Weather
man.
two, Jonah three. I don't know. There were some songs I would have
Wait,
just picked differently.
what song comes to mind when you're saying some different songs?
Like I would have picked like Middle of the Ocean. I like um Bahamas Promises if you wanted to go R&B. Like In Too Deep with Future. I think that's a great one. I just listened to that. That's why I'm thinking that. I don't know.
Come Through comes to mind for me a little bit. That's a great song.
Yeah, I like Fireworks. I don't know. Those are just off the top of my head.
People
Those
are
are
gonna
some.
think Jonah did a blind ranking without what song comes next for the
Yeah,
Drake list.
is there more? I love that. That's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Like, bro, Pipe Down. Come on, man.
Bro,
Like Drake.
pipe
It's a
down
great
the
song. It's a great
I
song,
would
but
have
that's
went
not even
fountain.
top
I would have
10
went like
Drake.
fountains. If you really wanted to
what?
show off his diversity, fountains, blem, passion fruit. I mean, that's really
Bro,
diverse.
if I
Overdrive, like that shows a diversity,
I
in
feel
my
like
Is
opinion.
it no versatility?
yeah,
Versatility. What I say? Sorry.
We did it. We did it again.
Versatility.
Versatility, diversity, tomato, tomato,
Yeah,
man.
tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right,
wait,
Drew.
Drew, what's your ranking?
What's your ranking?
I'll go.
Be honest. Be honest.
Yeah, don't be a hater.
All right, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I'll go. I'll go Jaime first.
Okay, good, good.
I'll go Jaime first, but Kanye is my GOAT. Keyword Kanye. Not anything shorter than that. And then I'll go me second, and then Jonah, bro. Like you did it to yourself, dog. You did
Bro,
it to yourself.
Nick, what's a bad song that I picked? Tell
I
me the
don't think,
bad song.
bro. I said this before. I don't think any of these are bad songs, but like you could have chose like 10 better ones
So
than
let
two
me
of them
ask you
at
this.
least.
Let
Than
me
two
ask
of them.
Jaime. Let me ask Hawk and Drew this. If he showed up in your guys' opinion and put out the best list you guys think he could have put for Drake, could he have the best list out of the three?
I'm gonna say no, only because I like Kanye is my probably number one favorite.
Okay.
I love Jake's probably like a very close number two. Um, but I don't know. He maybe because I love me some Island Drake, um, some house vibe Drake, and also the rapping. I don't know. I like all aspects of him.
I think
So
Drake
Drake's the most
could.
versatile. Is he the most versatile?
Yes, for sure,
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
I think Drake could, but Kanye is more my cup of tea, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's see.
something like that, as a Canadian would say.
I, I think you guys are both lying. I think you both listen to Drake more than Kanye. And you can't separate Kanye West from Ye. It's the same person. So you can't separate. That's not fair. You don't
You
separate
can. He
Drake.
legally changed. He legally separated. He legally
No, no,
separated.
no.
He
That's the
did.
same.
He changed his name.
That's the same man. Don't do that.
It's
No,
not.
what
It's not the same man. It's not the
Kanye?
same man.
Kanye was.
He was on his prescription medication.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it. I
Yeah,
don't even want
I
to get
think it's
into it.
literally not
Bro,
the same man.
yeah.
Bro,
Breaking
he's
it down.
bipolar. He's literally bipolar.
Kanye was not off the nitrogen back when he made graduation. All right, like
bro, that's
he's been wilding. He's been
that's the
wilding.
same man that made Gold Digger and then went on to live that life. So that's the same man.
I know we're not talking about lifestyles with Drake, but anyways, anyways,
See,
we'll get to that conversation later.
you weird Kendrick fans. I'm so sick of it. I can't wait till this runs over. He needs to get off tour and go home, go back into hiding.
Stop it, man. We need to keep you away from high school, dog. Anyways, watch out, baby.
All right, so that was the game that we had planned. We had some good conversation with Hawk. Anything else you guys wanted to wrap up with before we close out? By the way, this is just the first episode of Jaime being on with us. We're still like working through schedules and stuff, but we think that he's going to be able to come on at least one other time this summer. So this won't be the last time you see Hawk on this. But any
Definitely
closing
not the
thoughts you guys
last
wanted to
time.
talk about?
Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to throw out a potential friendly wager with our superstar here. So I don't think I'm beating you one on one. I was being a little exaggerating when I said that. But I want to ask you this. If we played a for real game one on one, 2-11, ones and twos, what's the score?
So winners or losers?
Losers.
It's the only way
Of course,
Jonah got a chance to
course.
score it.
I'll
Yeah.
say, I'll score 11. I'll give you 5, maybe 6. I'll give you 5, maybe 6.
I'm
Now,
good
what
with
if you were
that.
playing Drew?
I'm smoking Drew.
Oh my God! I knew
11
you.
Let's go,
All right,
baby.
Wow.
Let's go.
I knew he was
And
gonna say some stupid shit
the
too.
reason
Let's
I
go.
give Jonah 5 or 6 is because I know I'll probably just let him shoot a couple threes and he'll probably knock 1 or 2 in. So
But
You hear that, Drew?
he respects me. He's not letting me shoot threes. He's not worried about you shooting.
Please,
Stop it.
please,
He's pulling up his
please.
shorts guarding me. He's pulling up his
Yeah.
shorts,
Stop it.
getting lows, slapping the ground.
Yeah,
and
Come on,
because it's
dog.
losers, you know, I
So-
might give you a little something
he said
just
you're
to
not
keep,
scoring.
just to keep you in the game.
Bro.
Hawk, you
But-
said earlier you
Yeah.
had Jonah beating Drew, but you didn't say what the final score was going to be, game to 11. And it was losers, right? Did we discuss losers last episode for that game?
Losers
you know,
is kind of whack, but
It's super whack.
I think losers is kind of
We're
whack.
Is that what
but-
we discussed? Is that what we discussed?
No, we didn't say.
We didn't say.
Let's stay right now. Let's do it right now.
Losers
The
is
one-on-one
stupid,
game.
though.
The
We can do
one-on-one game,
winners.
winners?
Winners
Yeah,
is
let's do
worse.
winners. Yeah.
Let's do
All right,
winners.
winners.
Winners is
Okay.
worse
I
for
think-
you, Drew.
No, you can't
I think
get a
Jonah
stop.
probably takes. I think Jonah probably takes 11-7.
7. You're not even going to give the guy 8?
Let's
Oh,
You're not
my
even giving
God.
the guy 8?
I'm
Wow.
going to
11-7.
I'm going to LA Fitness right after this damn episode, man.
Wow.
Oh my
My
God.
dude. Come on. Hey, everyone, you heard it here first. There's nothing left to debate. Let's
Look,
go. It's over.
Look, all I'm saying is in a shooting contest against these two dudes, I'll put as much money as we want right now. Like
Drew,
straight up.
you're getting third place.
straight up.
You're getting third place. It's me
Honestly,
and
I'm
Jaime
more-
than you.
I'm more worried about Jonah than I'm Jaime, to be honest. The shooting,
Yeah.
if we're being real.
Well, we
If we're
can
being
put the
dead
money
ass.
up. Don't worry. We can put the money up. I'll take interest with my debt.
And Jaime, we're doing college threes. We talked about this. College threes.
Okay, college threes. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
So
valid.
'Cause
that was,
I know-
that was the question we had last time. Is that now because you've been shooting at the NBA line? Would that be easier for you now, or would the
Probably.
NBA line be easier for you?
I mean, I think anytime you're close to the rim, it's easier. So
Yeah.
I think probably
Okay.
shooting.
I just didn't know rhythm shot because you've been, at the 3-point line the last 2 years. But
Yeah, I mean, it's still a mid range at the end of the day.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I think closer you get to the basket,
winning
the easier it
regardless.
is.
Winning regardless.
I'm winning regardless. It's all good. I'll be collecting some checks.
Not shooting.
Give it back to the homeless. No, definitely shooting. Definitely shooting. We can run it. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be back. I mean, you guys know where I live, man. You guys know exactly where I live. You know
So-
what park I be at. You know what gym I be at.
I think I'm beating you in a shooting contest. Definitely beating
Hey,
Drew.
what? Hey, I appreciate your confidence, man. I know you think a lot of crazy things too.
The last question.
This dude also thinks he can be Chris Paul in one-on-one, by the way, and
Yeah.
probably 20% of the NBA. But
Drew,
Did you see by chance? Hold on. Did you see by chance the segment that Jonah asked about if we can make an NBA player sweat?
I think I did see that. Yeah, make him sweat.
Great.
That's a crazy question. Yeah.
Who,
Shit, I don't know.
The last
We'll
question we
see.
had. The last
It's
question
hot.
we had on last episode was who would win the 3-point contest, me or Dan?
I think I'll give that to you, man.
College line.
I think I give it to you, man. I seen you knock down some threes before. I think I
All
give
right,
you that. I know
Good. Thank
Dan.
you.
I know Dan. He's just all dunks, all
He's a high
power
flyer.
air,
He's a high
high
flyer.
flyer.
How could Dan do right now in the NBA dunk contest, you think? Could he compete? How
I
different
mean,
how different of it is just like you were there, you
yeah,
competed in it.
I would say it's
Because I think
it's
Dan, in his mind, thinks he could not necessarily win, but I think Dan thinks he could compete in the dunk contest.
oh for sure compete.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can do
you're
crazy
right.
dunks, like
Yeah,
people are athletic enough to play in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
you can be athletic enough, but it's I mean, just if you're creative enough with your dunks. I mean, I don't think there's one dunk that hasn't been done already, or no one's really. It's hard to create new ones. I mean,
At
the
this
human
stage,
body can
that's
only
why
do
back
so
then,
much.
yeah, when everyone saw it back then for the first time, they were like, "What?" But like now,
Yeah, like I don't
everything's
know
been
what
out
else
there.
you can do. Yeah, how many windmills through the legs can you do? How many
Yeah.
360s? Like I don't know.
Yo, what would you do? Okay, there's a lot of controversy with All-Star Weekend. What do you do? I think we can all agree it's not in the best spot as of right now.
Yeah,
I think that's a safe assumption.
yeah,
What would you do if you got Adam Silver on the line right now?
yeah.
What are you telling him? Hey, we're doing this, we're taking away. What are you telling him?
I'm thinking one-on-one tournament. I think that's the only way to do it. One-on-one tournament, straight check up. Like, let's go. Bigs
Who
versus
who
guards, guards versus bigs, posts. Do every single I guess place on the court.
who in the league right now would be your favorite if they had that? Any player in the league right now, you would be like, he's probably my favorite to win that.
Kevin Durant probably.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think.
feel like that's
Yeah,
the one that comes to mind.
Give
I
me
think
Cam
KD.
He's
Reddish.
in terms of our language, he just has such good diversity, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but I think the way I was using diversity was right. Like he's like a diverse. Wait, is it
Bro, it's
versatile?
versatility.
Bro,
It's,
you and
it's
me did
Come
the
on,
versatile.
same
It's
thing,
versatile.
man.
come on.
Nah.
You got that
Mm,
UCLA education, Jaime. It's versatility.
I, I
But
do. I
they
have a
they kind of
degree.
like
I'm a college grad.
don't they
Don't know
kind
how
of
to
mean
speak.
like the same? Doesn't that kind of like
Bro, it's not the same, bro.
We're
it's not
losing
the same,
credibility right
but
now, boys. We're losing credibility right now.
Yeah. Sorry, don't listen to me. I was a history major, not an English major. I don't know.
Wait, Jaime,
But
if you had the chance to be in the one-on-one, because I know a lot of guys might be worried about how they
Yeah.
would do, don't want to get embarrassed. Would you do one-on-one one-on-one term in the All-Star game if you could?
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm not ducking no smoke. I mean, you're gonna like I think one-on-one is like one of those, you know, you, anybody can win on a given day. If you hitting shots, like you hitting shots, it's really hard to defend a guy who, is making everything. You know, I know we've all been there, been guarding somebody like, how the hell? Because I mean, it's one on one. You don't got help defense, you don't got help anything. So I would love to play in it if I ever got the chance. Not ducking no smoke. I mean, I think it's fun. Only one guy gets to win it, so I would love to compete in something like that.
I think I
need
think
to
you
see that.
I think you're going farther than people might think. I think your
Hey
one one
man,
is being
yeah,
some names.
Give a name,
I'm with
Jonah.
you.
Give a name. Give maybe two. Give
Hey,
a couple.
I got plenty of names. Their favorite six man on the Lakers. I think you're taking him, or not six man, third option on the Lakers. I think you're taking him.
we don't need to go there.
Nah.
Yeah.
I would love to. I would love
You
to.
don't need this guy to be in the headlines right now.
That was fun though. That was fun.
Well, like I said before, this won't be the only time we get Jaime on. We're hoping he's on a few more times throughout the summer when he's in his off season. But this was fun. I think we can
Oh,
all I can speak for everyone with that. This was I feel like we covered a lot of different topics. Kind of went into you kind of got to see the other side of Jaime in terms of what we used to do during COVID and just argue and talk about make nothing into something, just random conversation into a debate.
yeah.
Um, and to close it out, just the list we put out there, everyone comment what you guys think. Who had the best album? Was it Jonas Drake 5-song album headlined by Marvin's Room? Was it Jaime's Kanye West album, or was it Drew with Kendrick Lamar? So make sure you guys vote when we put out the poll for who had the best 5-song album. So, any closing thoughts, boys?
I'll just
Um,
say Oh, go ahead, Wetter. Go
No,
ahead.
all right, yeah, you can close it out for us.
Yeah, yeah.
I just obviously it's a pleasure having the second greatest Jaquez on the pod with us. We're getting the first one. Gob's pulling up soon. We're gonna get her side of things. But yeah, man, appreciate you as always for pulling up. Obviously, it's all love. You know, you're one of the garage members. Yeah, man. What about you, Jonah? What you gotta say?
Yeah, this is just like a really special moment. Just all those conversations kind of led to this. All those workouts kind of led to this. So this was definitely fun. We gotta do it more. And this summer we're gonna live out all those competitions that we've talked about. So
Yeah,
fun.
for sure. I guess I'll just say thank you, boys, for having me on. Really proud that you guys turned this into a reality. From like you said, those days in COVID, arguing in the garage about who had the better album, who we thought was the better player. And it's fun for the world to finally see an insight on those conversations. And shout out to all those tuning in and supporting. Um, I know they really appreciate you guys. I'm always tuning in and watching when I can, dropping likes, dropping thumbs ups. So appreciate you guys for having me, man. We'll do this again.
Enough said, boys. Thank you, Jaime, once again. And until next time, guys, the garage is closed.